Greenwood Elementary School in Des Moines is the recipient of a STEM ScaleUp grant sponsored by the Governor's STEM Advisory Council. We'll talk to Greenwood Elementary Principal Eric Hinker about how the ScaleUp grant is making a difference at his school next on Classroom Connections. Hi, and welcome to Classroom Connections, a public affairs discussion on issues important to students, teachers, and parents in the Des Moines Public Schools. I'm your host, Sarah Taylor. The Governor's STEM Advisory Council's mission is to raise consciousness about the importance of science, technology, engineering, and math curricula in the 21st century. Education in these areas has increased at Greenwood Elementary School thanks to the school's STEM ScaleUp grant. Eric Hinker, Greenwood Elementary Principal, is here today to tell us about how his school is implementing STEM in the classroom. Thank you for joining me, Eric.
Sarah, it's great to be here. I appreciate you inviting me to come on.
Yeah, thank you so much. So tell us what is a STEM ScaleUp grant?
Well, a STEM ScaleUp grant, Sarah, it's really an initiative from the state, from the Governor's Advisory Council. And what they've done is they've partnered with businesses and educational leaders, policymakers throughout the state to coordinate this group and to provide some funds for schools that want to help to initiate science, technology, engineering, and math education in buildings all across the state to help improve students' knowledge base of engineering professions, jobs, everything else throughout the state.
Okay, so Greenwood is implementing what's called Engineering is Elementary.
Yeah, that is correct.
So tell us how that's working.
Well, what that has done is they've given us the funds through the grant process to purchase this curriculum through the Boston Museum, which is called Engineering is Elementary. And we've put that within the system with FOSS. It kind of partners with our FOSS education kits right now. Okay. And it helps to go a little bit deeper with the curriculum. It focuses a lot on the engineering design process, okay, which is a real unique process because it starts with looking at a concept from implementation, or from actually the design concept really of the simple basics of a product, I guess, okay, and asking what is it for, how do we improve it, what are some steps that we can make. And so that actual design process is something we'll implement within the school as a problem-solving process in all curricular areas. But it just helps to make engineering more common language throughout the school.
Okay, and is this for all grades?
At this point it is in grades 1 through 5,
okay,
in just one classroom because we're piloting it this year. Sure. Hopefully we'll have the rest of the grant come through for next year, but we do have enough materials for next year to implement in every classroom, grades 1 through 5. Okay. And we will actually take it as a school-wide initiative next year.
Okay, how exciting.
It is.
So what have the teachers learned from the curriculum?
Well, one of the pieces that they've learned with the curriculum is that when you look at the engineering design process, you can take a simple science concept and dive deeper with it. Okay. So in our FOSS kits, there are several little activities that help to build a conceptual nature in some type of a science topic. For example, wind. Our second grade group did one in wind. They had to actually design windmills and the blades themselves to lift weights. So instead of just building a kite and flying it, they actually had to design the process from start to finish. What do the blades look like? They had to test the blades. If they didn't work, they had to go redesign them and actually go through that process. And so it takes that concept and goes really, really deep with it. Instead of doing a lot of little concepts to kind of help develop it, it's focused on one area.
Okay, so our district is becoming more and more diverse, along with your school as well. How does the EIE curriculum help students from all backgrounds?
Well, what's nice about it is, again, that engineering design process is a problem-solving process.
Okay.
Every child has problems, no matter where you're at, what group you come from. So what it helps us do is it actually puts materials in hands of those kids that may not actually get the exposure at home. So when they come to school, they can actually manipulate the materials and build it. We have another unit that's called Maglev Systems on magnetism. They built bridges using bolts and magnets. So it was really neat to see how the students could actually manipulate that material. So any student, no matter what, you put a material in your hand, they're going to learn that process and how to improve what they've already done. So it's actually, it'll fit everybody. It doesn't matter where you come from, you know, who you are. That design process and actually getting your hands involved with that process helps out to really solidify what that concept will bring to you.
Okay. Well, anything else you'd like to share about your STEM ScaleUp grant?
It's been interesting to see the development. Like I said, we're in the initial stages this year. But what the interesting thing that I'd really like to see now is we're going to really watch for next year how that will travel from not just science, but into math, into language arts, into writing for that problem-solving process using the engineering design concept. So that'll be fun to watch for next year.
Sounds like some exciting things going on at Greenwood.
It is.
Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
And thank you for joining us. Don't forget, this and all other Classroom Connections episodes are available on our website. For Classroom Connections, I'm Sarah Taylor. Thanks for watching.